Hello everyone, welcome back to latest update series of the Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kamatra and today we are meeting to discuss a very important topic that has been going around where a company has requested to release millions of mosquitoes. Why? That is the twist. So what is happening is we are undergoing the largest mosquito control experiment. What kind of experiment is this? Let's try to find out about that. First of all, a Google-backed research company has asked that we want to release 32 million specially treated mosquitoes. What do they mean by specially treated? They want to release specially treated mosquitoes in the parts of Florida and California. Okay. Florida and California, they want to release this. This will become the largest mosquito control experiment that has ever been attempted in the United States. Okay, it is important for us because India's mosquito population is also growing and we are finding ways to control that. We will learn from this and we'll see that if that is applicable in India, we will also follow in India as well. But for now, let's understand what their procedure is. All right. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to specially treat mosquitoes. How are they going to specially treat mosquitoes? That is what we had to understand. Okay. What they're doing is they are using Wolbachia bacteria, Wolbachia or Wolbachia as you would like to pronounce. Bacteria, they are using a bacteria. What they will do is they will induce this bacteria into the mosquitoes and they will release only male mosquitoes. Okay. They will release only male mosquitoes. What will happen? They will induce these mosquitoes with this bacteria. After this bacteria is induced, and let me tell you, this is not harmful to humans. This is not harmful to other mammals. This won't be harmful to anybody else. Okay. So basically, they will put into this these mosquitoes this bacteria, and once this is done, they will release the mosquitoes in the environment. Once the mosquitoes are released in the environment, they will go to the pollens and then the mating will occur, right? The male and the female. The presence of this bacteria will do what? This bacteria will not allow the female mosquito to have a newborn, right? The mating ritual will not allow for a newborn to be taking place. And that is how they are going to control population. How does that work? Just take a look at it. Okay. Just take a look at it. We have the Wolbachia bacterium. Okay. This will be induced in the male Wolbachia Aedes mosquito. This mosquito is going to go to the urban female Aedes aegypti mosquito. Both of them are going to mate. Eggs will never hatch. The eggs will never hatch because the reduced Aedes aegypti population, this will get us reduced Aedes aegypti population over the time, and ultimately the reproduction will stop, and with that stopped reproduction, the population of the mosquitoes will be lowered down much and much, right, as required, as we want to do this. That is what they're trying to do. This is the largest mosquito control experiment so far being done in US. Okay, Wolbachia, which is now, mind it, we are not creating this. This is a naturally occurring bacteria. Okay, number one thing, please remember that. This is a naturally occurring bacteria. We are not creating something. So that's why we don't call it genetic modification. Okay, this is not genetic modification. The DNA is not impacted. The DNA is not impacted. Only the reproductive structure is impacted. Only the reproduction is impacted with this bacteria. DNA is not impacted. So please see that it is not genetical modification. All right. Yeah. So it is, however, this bacteria is not naturally found in these Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. Okay. It is not naturally found there. And this becomes a primary vector. This Aedes aegypti that you are seeing, the problem is that this becomes a primary vector for a lot of diseases like dengue, chikungunya that you've seen in India, right? Other vector-borne diseases can also be caught because of this Aedes aegypti. Okay, that is the reason we are doing this, not just to control the population, but the effect that population has because it is leading to large-scale vector-borne diseases. All right, is that clear? The first thing, Wolbachia bacteria that will be introduced where? In the male mosquitoes. Then they will mate with the female mosquitoes that have Aedes aegypti vector in them. And this vector creates the vector-borne diseases, large-scale vector-borne diseases like dengue, malaria, etc. To control those diseases, the spread of those diseases, we are doing this. This will control the population also, and more importantly, it will get rid of this Aedes aegypti vector. Clear? Yeah. So this cannot impact humans. It cannot impact humans. Please remember that. It cannot impact humans. So it is safe for us. And at the same time, the killing of the vector will also make us more safe from Zika virus, dengue virus, chikungunya virus, etc. Right? So that is why we are artificially producing this. Do you understand that? Yes? Yeah. How are we doing this? What is this entire mechanism? This entire mechanism, if we talk about it, it is called CI, that is cystoplasmic incompatibility. What are we doing? We are creating cystoplasmic incompatibility, right? Why and how we are creating this? Simple, the process that we just learned. Male mosquitoes, because they do not bite humans, you know that, right? Male mosquitoes, they don't bite humans. They don't transmit diseases. That's why we are taking male mosquitoes. Okay, why male? Because they don't bite humans and they don't transmit diseases. They only feed on flower nectar. Okay, so millions of males will not increase the risk of disease in humans also because of the biting nuisance and everything. Okay, so the while the female mosquitoes, they don't carry the bacteria, right? Yeah, so they will mate with these males that carry the bacteria. This will be cystoplasmic incompatibility. Yes, because of this, the biological cystoplasmic incompatibility will occur, because of which the eggs won't be able to hatch. So what do we call it? Cystoplasmic incompatibility. Just remember the term. Okay. Yeah. So the fertilized eggs are not viable and they will fail to hatch, and over successive generations, overall population will be able to collapse. Right? Do you understand that? Yes? Okay. What is the global precedent regarding this? There is a World Mosquito Program, global non-profit initiative that is utilizing again Wolbachia. Same. Successful trials have already been done at Yogyakarta in Indonesia, and Singapore has also shown 77 to 80% reduction in dengue incidences because of this. So it has been successful there. Now US is also trying this. And what about India? Indian Council of Medical Research and the Vector Control Research Centers both have previously, conducted experiments in the lab. Lab studies have already been conducted with the Wolbachia-infected mosquitoes, and to see the efficacy of it, we are working on it. And if it is successful in US, India might also bring that in, and with that, we will be able to control these vector-borne diseases. Okay, so India is also working on that. We've not taken any step yet. However, this successful demonstration in US will further help us extend our studies, right? This is the global precedent. And why this is so important, you know, UPSC loves all these things, and already in 2023, a question has been asked on Wolbachia. Yes, already in 2023, a question has been asked. Let's see that question, okay? Let's see that question. I'll give you a practice question, but for now, let's see the PYQ. The PYQ is that Wolbachia method is sometimes talked about with reference to which one of the following? Number 1, controlling the viral diseases spread by mosquitoes. B, converting crop residues into packing materials. C, producing biodegradable plastics. And D, producing biochar from the thermochemical conversions of biomass. You see how they rotate the options, right? So we obviously have our answer, controlling the viral diseases spread by mosquitoes, that is Wolbachia method. Do you understand that? This has already been asked. Okay, so UPSC has a tendency of repeating the zones. So naturally, this is still important, and if this is successful, it will become way more important. This is a practice question for you, the answer for which you have to tell us in the comment sections. Okay, you will have to tell us the answer to this in the comment section. Pause the video, read the question and give us your answer. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you understand what the virus is and how we are running in the world. US is running actually the largest mosquito control system. Yeah, clear? All right, that's about it. See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.